Hi you guys, today for your art kit number 10, Art We Wear, we're going to be turning our masks into our very own creations, okay? You guys can make any kind of mask you want to. It could be a superhero mask, it could be a totally made up mask. Today I'm making a watermelon mask. Inside of your kits, you guys are gonna have 4 different pieces of felt, okay? So this is kind of an awesome like textured piece of paper that you guys can work with, like fabric to work with, paper. So with mine, I had a pink piece and a green piece, and I thought, what can I make out of the colors that I got in my kit? So I'm deciding to turn mine into a watermelon. The first thing I did was actually flip my mask around and I laid my pieces of felt behind it. This way I can tell when I cut out my pieces of fabric where I need to cut either holes for the eyes or if I need to shape my fabric to be around my mask somehow, okay? So I actually traced like that. I just took a marker, a permanent marker, and I traced the spot where the eyes were to make sure that when I go ahead and glue this on, I'll still be able to see through it when it's all done, okay? Okay, so then what I did is I have this little bottle of like glue here today that I'm using. You can use a glue stick, you can use Mod Podge, you can use Elmer's glue will work too. And just something to make the felt stick, because sometimes felt can be a little finicky. So feel free to load up on the glue and make sure that these things aren't gonna fall off, okay? So the next thing that I did was actually decorate these pieces before I glued them onto my mask. So once I got the holes cut out, I took a pink permanent marker, and I also got sort of this like peachy pink color in my art kit too, this fabric marker. And those both drew really, really well on top of my felt. So in thinking about a watermelon, I thought I would draw some little black seeds on top. So I used a black permanent marker to draw my seeds on top, okay? So I have a few more details that I want to put on, but I think I'm ready to glue this part to the very top of my mask, okay? So I'm going to use my glue here. And again, my glue is really weird. You guys should use a glue stick if you have it. It's going to be a lot easier than what I'm doing today. Okay, so I'm just going to spread this across. Inside of your art kits, you guys are going to get, oh, look at all the pet hair stuck to it. You guys are going to get 2 colors of acrylic paint in your kit. I have orange and I have this like deep maroon color. So for some of my final touches, I'm actually going to use some of that maroon to touch up some parts of my watermelon here, this pink part of my watermelon. Okay. So I'm going to stake these 2 together. Make sure that I line up those spots that I cut out, right? So I can still, I'll hold it up in just a second, so that I can still see through my mask if I want to wear it. Not all masks have to be worn. Some are for decoration, okay? You could make an animal mask, turn yourself into an animal. Okay, so now they're stuck together. It's looking great. All right, so here's what I was thinking for my final steps. Also, I took my string out of here while I'm decorating it just so it doesn't get in the way or get sticky or messy or whatever. For my final touches, I was actually going to use that same brush and try out some of this maroon paint on my mask. So maybe I'll add some details around this part. And again, this is totally up to you guys. You can make whatever you want to on your mask. Okay, that looks pretty great. And then, let's see, I'll put that in there. The last thing I was going to do is, this was the other color I had for my fabric puffy paint. I'm going to screw the cap off here, and really carefully with this, a lot goes a long way, so you don't have to squeeze too hard. I'm going to add some details, shake it down here, to the bottom of my watermelon. Okay. Oh no. There we go. From time to time it helps to sort of knock the paint down, especially if you've been using a lot of it already. All right. I think I need one more line to go all the way across. All right. So this is my watermelon mask. I am not going to wear it right now. I'm just going to hold it up so you guys can see, and then I'll have to let it dry. Okay? It turned out pretty cool. All right, you guys. Well, have fun doing this. Take your time. Really think about what you want to turn your mask into. I suppose if you really wanted to, there could be two sides to this mask. Maybe the other side, once, again, this side is totally dry, you could even do something on the other side too. Okay, have fun.